Okay, 3 new concepts that we learned today in lesson 4 that I want you to see in action. The first one is on page 6. It's called mixed paint. And these are inversions. So if you already know piano, you know what I'm talking about. But let me teach you how we play our inversions. I had 3 red markers today. We put them down for the notes of our red chord. Okay, we play our red chord. Now we're learning that we can mix up the notes of these chords in any order, and it's still the pieces of the red chord. That's why we call it mixed paint. We're going to mix up the order. We've been teaching this concept all 3 years of Let's Play Music. Now take the note on the bottom, which is C. Take your marker, put it up on C. We cannot change the name of the notes, we can only change the order. And then we play the new chord. So we have to shift our hand up into a new position. Notice this is the yellow chord. The kids have already played this. They know the shape, they know the feel. They just need to remember how to move their hand from C on bottom to E on bottom. Okay, there's my yellow chord. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to invert this chord again. Take the note, the E off the bottom, and now I'm going to flip it up to E on top. Again, I can't change the note name. And lo and behold, we have the blue chord shape. They just have to learn to flip their hand up to a new position and then take the G off the bottom, put it on the top, and we're back in root position. Of course, root position means the notes are stacked up in thirds. Okay, so at home, or in your homework books, I've given you 6 red stickers. And what you'll do this week is you'll put them on the keys, and you'll put C, E, G, and then C, E, G, and just leave them on your keys like this. Then they can play their inversions without having to move any stickers. They'll just put the thumb on the bottom of the next marker. Now I'm going to move my thumb to the bottom of the next marker. Here's my blue chord. Thumb moves to the next, and they can play up and they can play down. Okay, and you can do that for right hand. When it comes time to play the left hand, if you don't want to move your stickers, just have them scoot up on their bench, and then they can just play in the same position. And then they can also kind of follow the music and see how those chords look as they change positions. Okay, that's mixed paint. The next thing I want to let you know is there's a new scale that we learned. It's the F major scale. It's on page 4. The left hand's really easy because it's the same fingering that we used for the C major scale. But the right hand is a little bit different because of where the B flat falls in the scale. The rule that I taught the kids, this is a rule in piano, when we play scales, we never put our thumb on a black note. So if I'm playing with my right hand, normally we pop our thumb under after the 3rd finger, but that would put my thumb on a black note, and that breaks the rule. So this becomes a 4+4 scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we pop 1, 2, 3, 4. Our pinky never gets a turn. Poor pinky. Downward, 4, 3, 2. We just have to remember to pop over to the 4, 3. So we did the math. It's a 4+4 scale. That's the F scale. The last thing I want you to be aware of is in our composer's corner in our book, turning to page 23, just double check. The children thought about 3 things that they love doing or love thinking about. We chose one specific thing, and I had them draw a picture on page 24. So most of them I think are caught up, but help them to be sure they've drawn a picture of whatever that favorite thing is. Then, I can't remember if I had them, wait, I'm sorry. I can't remember. They can draw their picture on either side. But what I also want you to look at is on page 26, is we learned about beginnings and middles and ends of stories. And so this week, if they'll just take a minute to write either a picture of what happens at the beginning, middle, and end, or they can write a few words about the beginning and the middle and the end. And these are the stories that we will use to write our compositions about. And if they can think of a title for their story, they could put it on one of the pages here. And that will get us caught up so that in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks when we have lesson 6, and we have our composition lesson, we'll be ready to start writing some music. They'll have some ideas of how they want their story to go, and we'll put music to that story. Thank you.